I was diagnosed in 1980. I have no family in Maine except my children, and my husband had passed away just 3 years before. And I barely knew how to spell mastectomy when they told me. So I got the word on Monday that I was going to have a mastectomy. I went in the hospital Tuesday afternoon, and Wednesday morning I had the surgery.
I remember going in the hospital to visit her and passing out the second I saw her from shock and all that. But and I just remember really hard recovery, because mastectomies back then were nothing like they are now, and you know, so much muscle lost and swelling and physical therapy and so many things that, I never had to deal with.
A woman had come in to see me from a group called Reach to Recovery. That was the day before I was to go home, and she said, now, when you get home, I want you to take your arm and walk it up the wall. That was the exercise you had. And then she proceeded to give me a bra that was probably a size 42 double D and a big wad of cotton. And she said, now you can wear this when you go home. That was it. She said, well, if you have any questions, call me. That was my support at that time.
She didn't know anybody else who had breast cancer. You didn't really talk about it. Whereas when I was diagnosed, I told everybody. And there were, support groups in the Cancer Community Center, and, there's just numbers you can call and websites you can visit, and everybody talks about it. And of course, I connected with lots of people in my community that had it, and I can't imagine going through that without all that support, and which is what she did. She just went through it alone.
It was sort of not a dirty word, but kind of, you just didn't talk about it. At least I didn't. So, it was certainly different than today.
I really got to know her about the time that she had her second diagnosis of cancer, and learned what a very strong individual she is. I have a great deal of admiration for her.
She is truly an inspiration to me. She has been through every single appointment that I had when I was dealing with cancer, and she just has inspired me, and I thank her, and we do have a really good time together. You can't help it.
One of her favorite sayings is, life is short, eat dessert first. I think we're all familiar with that one. Well, we were in London a few years ago and getting ready to return home, so we had lunch. Oh, let's have dessert before we go. So we almost missed the plane. But it made a memory, and we've had many great memories, and it's just been really delightful knowing Della.
I've known her for 10 years when I became part of the quilting group. She is one of these people that takes care of others before she takes care of herself.
She's the first one there with chicken soup, or has even ironed some clothes for me. I can't believe I asked her to do this one time when I was sick and really needed some help, and she was right there. What can I do? Anything, I'll do anything for you, she said. And I said, could you iron a couple of shirts for me? And to this day, I can't believe I asked her to do that. But she'd do it again, I think, if I ever needed it.
As a breast cancer survivor myself, I sort of look to her as, that's what I want to be doing. I want to be, 30, 40, 50 years from now, I want to be just as tough as she is and doing all the things that she does. And what else can we say about Grandma?
She's nice.
What's that? She's nice? Yes, she's very nice.
I feel very fortunate that I have got this far, and still, as far as I know, cancer-free. I go every year and for a checkup now. And nobody dislikes going to the doctor more than I do, but it's just, just be aware. And just kind of keep a positive attitude, as positive as you can have.